Yes, the patriarchy is crumbling. Yes, the divine feminine is being activated. And yes, there's still work that we need to do as a collective. So if we think about it, we have a primary pattern that's at play that runs our reality. And these primary patterns can be, I'm not good enough, I'm unworthy, I'm not enough, I'm unlovable. But if you look, that's the patriarchal system and the patriarchal framework keeping down the divine feminine and the divine masculine. We were taught in the patriarchal framework that we're not enough, and we were ruled by shame and guilt. And that traces back for lifetimes, centuries, and through the lineage of all the religions and all the teachings. So if we're going to break out of the patriarchal framework, then we also need to address our primary patterns and how they contribute to upholding the patriarchal framework. What I mean is, if you live your life as, I'm not good enough, I'm unworthy, I'm unlovable, then that is actually perpetuating the patriarchal framework. The second you break out of it and you live in your divinity of being the greatest thing since sliced bread, not just lovable, but divinely love, in divine union with Source, and in your infinite capacities to create, where scarcity doesn't exist and abundance is reality. Now you've broken out of that patriarchal framework. And that's ultimately how we assist in having the patriarchy crumble, because the more that we're in our power, men and women, the more that we release those primary patterns that are keeping us stuck, less than, and feeling guilt and shame and not enough, the more that we're going to activate that new frequency that we're all striving to live in. This isn't just about watching the patriarchy crumble, but it's activating that higher frequency and that higher energy within each of us, like, to do the work. So I'm curious what your thoughts are when you start to look at your own pattern of unworthiness, unlovable, not enough, and seeing how that's connected to patriarchy, and seeing how you living in abundance and divine love would actually assist in the crumbling of that. So what are your thoughts on that?